Why do women always feel lonely? Women certainly feel lonely because, coming from the spiritual root, they don't have with what to fulfill themselves. They depend on the man, and they can't fill themselves. A woman feels herself dependent all her life, and that's not a problem. It's a psychological phenomenon and a spiritual phenomena that is discussed for thousands of years, and we learn it from the wisdom of Kabbalah as a result of the spiritual structure of man and women. Man in spirituality has the force of overcoming, hidgabut in Hebrew. This is why he's called gever, male, and therefore he is able to bring himself the light, the spiritual fulfillment. And Isha, woman, is called nekev, female, which means vessel in spiritual in Hebrew. This is the nature of woman, and that all comes from Zeranpin of Atzilut, that structure that gives birth to us. Let's put it this way. And from there we can learn what is the proper connection between us, between man and women, how we can reach perfection by that. And our perfection is not by man and not by woman, but by man and women and the divine presence between them, which means the revelation of godliness between them. Not that the male will be happy from his life or the woman. They will both feel themselves only a part of the whole, and the whole can only be when they are all three together, the man and woman connecting together in order to connect with the upper force. Only like that. Hence, the force of a woman is a very strong and important force. It is the desire within nature. And without that desire, that deficit... What do you mean deficit? When you say deficit, it sounds like a negative thing. Deficit means that I want and need. I feel myself unsatisfied. I need something. I always need something. I need confidence. I need completion. I need. And this is what's good in a woman, and this is what's good. It sounds bad, but this is the force of advancement. This is the force that brings prosperity, actually. And if the man absorbs that deficit properly, correctly, and starts overcoming it and realizing it, then he starts connecting with the upper force, and he is the connector between the woman and the Creator, and they all three reach perfection, because the Creator also can't reveal his perfection without the proper connection between man and woman. This process is true in the global system as well. The whole of humanity together has to reach such a completion with the upper force. This means that we once again return to one soul called Adam Arishon, the one soul, and we go back to that state. And then that soul is filled with the upper light, the revelation of godliness, and that corrected state is called the world of infinity. This is what we have to reach by the end of 6,000 years. Today we're in 5,769. Yes. So we have 231 years left. And the wisdom of Kabbalah says that we don't need to wait. We have received the method of Kabbalah now, the method of revelation, like Baruch Salam writes, like the Ari writes, the Holy Ari, that from this point onwards, you will start discovering the connection, you will start rising to the proper state, situation, and don't wait for the final year, the last 6,000 years, the end of 6,000 years.